Okay, let's see about starting this thing. It's running off of starter fluid. Is it running off of fuel now? It has oil pressure. Then the door chime works. That's really great. Because it's really annoying. I'm scared to let off the throttle.
Who knows how bad the gas is?
I drained it, so I drained the tank. I pumped it all out and I put 5 gallons of fresh fuel in there, but I didn't do anything with whatever was in the lines. And I pulled the plugs and put ATF in the cylinders, and then just when I had all the plugs out, cranked it over by hand for a little bit.
It's smoking now.
Well, it's got ATF all over the headers. Well, now it's running on its own. I'm scared to let off the gas. I wonder what this light means. That is the brake light.
Rough as shit though. It's shaking around so much it's rattling the starting fluid off of the side of the car.
I wonder why the door chimes just stops and starts and... Oh, wait a second. Maybe if the engine's running... Oh, wait a second. It is idling rough. It's bouncing the whole freaking car around. Look at the shifter. Oh boy, that's not working. There we go. They even got power windows.
Nice. I'm spraying it in the idle air control valve intake. And
I'm trying to keep it running. It's smoothing out though.
It is.
Look at it, it's not bouncing around as bad as it was. I'm gonna try and see if we can get some heat in it. It's cold right now. Run the heater. Oh, the needle's moving. Temperature gauge.
Check the oil level or change it or anything?
I didn't change it, but I checked it. It looked pretty clean when I pulled the dipstick. The temp gauge is moving now. It just came off a C.
It's gushing all kinds of black shit out the radiator when you let off. It looks like tar.
I just have to like run it and then drain it, run it and drain it. That radiator to me looks like it needs to be replaced. All of the little passes in there were packed full of stuff.
It's like black shit that came out of it.
Perfect. For whatever reason, now it thinks it has a half tank of fuel. And the oil pressure thing is like way high. It's right below the H for high. Idle air control valve's trying to do something because that's doing that on its own.
Is it?
I'm not moving my foot.
It's funny because whenever it revs down, it looks just like black mud coming out of the radiator.
I turned the heater on in here too to see if we can get everything running through the core and all that. Oh, the door chime came back. That's good.
It's not quite sure whether it wants to be there.
I don't understand what it's doing. The only light that's on...
Get out and look at this.
I can see it from here. Yeah, the only light that's on the dash is for the e-brake, and if I let off of that... Oh, it doesn't go away. I wonder if that's brake fluid then. Because the brake light is on.
Really? See, it's getting hot and it's... No, it's chugging stuff out of there. That's about the grossest antifreeze I've ever seen.
I wonder if it's actually getting hot or if it's got an air pocket in there, because this gauge is almost to the H on hot.
Yeah, but what if it's mixing oil with antifreeze?
Right now?
Yeah.
It's fine.
So why would you get black shit like that out of the oil?
I don't know if we're worried about that. It's idling on its own. But the coolant temp thing is pegged. It's all the way on the hot.
Well, I mean, the thermostat could just be stuck.
I know, and it's not hot though, because the heater is blowing and it's blowing cold. Yeah, it's pegged. Some nasty stuff coming out of the radiator. Like mud. What is that? This bolt is stupid to get to. Why did they design that? You can't get a socket on the front of it, because look at it's behind that stupid thing. Dumb. It's gonna go on here. Ew. Look at that grouty. The thermostat is stuck in there. That is muddy. Look at that. There we go. Broke it free. Oh, look at the mocos. Look at that. Yeah, that wasn't working. That's gross. I do not believe this looks good. I got it out. It was just kind of stuck in there. Huh. I wonder if they mixed like different coolants and it didn't have a very good effect or something. I don't know what happened. But it all came apart. I was a little nervous with as funky as that was, and those bolts were going to be like real funky, you know?
Is that like gooey shit in there?
No, it's no big deal. It's idling all on its own, but that is what's coming out of the radiator. That is something great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's idling all on its own though. So I think what I need to do is put the garden hose in there and unplug this radiator hose.
Yeah.
And then just let it go through that hole. Instead of just dumping all over the front of that, I can unplug this and pull it out here and just dump all over the front bumper.
Yep.
It's idling all by itself now. 500 RPM. Actually, it doesn't sound too bad. It's really quiet. It's idling all by itself. Making progress.